So, now we've got 40,000 subscribers to the channel. Thanks to everybody new who subscribed recently since that Don't Buy FIFA 19 video dropped. And of course, a massive thank you to everybody who has subscribed before that watching Youth Squad Legends. The great thing is I'm seeing a spike in the people that have just recently watched that Don't Buy FIFA 19. They've subscribed, they've started watching Youth Squad Legends as well, which is the main thing. Also, shout out to the people on Twitter that told me when they subscribed by the first person they remember from Youth Squad Legends. That got me quite emotional. You don't get that in many other FIFA career modes. But there are other people that do Youth Academy content, and I'll have links down below so you can check them out as well. Let's get on with this humongous Q&A. Harvey Hull or Ryan Giggs? Look, as much as I like Youth Squad Legends players, Ryan Giggs is my favourite player of all time. He was the reason why I supported Manchester United, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go with Ryan Giggs on this one. Who's better at Monopoly, me or Joe? Well, since you traded 3 or 4 of your properties for Mayfair, mate, I'm going to have to say Joe on this one. You put me right back in that game because I had nothing. Favourite music / bands? Now, that hasn't changed really since the 14K Q&A or the 4K Q&A when I talk about it. Gorillaz is still my favourite band of all time, but we'll talk about music that I'm really enjoying at the moment. Christine and the Queens, Blossoms, love their second album, but topping all of that, Jungle's music at the moment is top notch. Since I've been performing so well for a Kinde surprise, would you say I'm the Jose Mourinho of strikers / goalkeepers? No, Tim, I like you. When do you think of singing the Vilho chant? Right, okay, let's talk about a previous YSL episode, because in the comment section, yes, I do read the entire comment section. One of the comments was, I hate the Vilho chant. Just this guy's proper detest for that chant. And since then I just haven't sung it, but it will make a return just for you, Bruno, before the series is out. Thick or thick? I'm gonna have to go for thick. Like this kind of thick. Can we get an updated Hall of Fame / top goals? Now, the Hall of Fame videos usually are a backup option. If I'm not feeling very well, then I'll regurgitate some content into a Hall of Fame video, but I don't want to be doing that all the time. I want to be making new stuff. And I've just realised that I've done this introduction without the light on. What an idiot. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah! As for the top goals, yeah, I think that does need updating. It's not on the top of my list of priorities, but I'll think about it. Piscopo Posse against a Kinde surprise. What's the final score? So, anybody who didn't know, Piscopo Posse was my FIFA 14 pro club that we did a little series on. A Kinde surprise would blow it out the water. We've got top players from the VFL, and not only that, we've got players that are in a Kinde surprise and then gone to the VFL. I think the final score would be like 6-1 or 6-2. So Matthew asks, was this the best decision you have made? And he posts a YouTube video that I did in the middle of FIFA 14. Now, prior to this video, I uploaded another video saying I was going to give this thing up. But the persuasion of the people that watched me back then and my family made me retract my decision, and I just carried on, started York City, and we've gone from strength to strength since then. However, do I think it's my best decision? No. I did a ton of pre-production for Lincoln City. I think too much pre-production, and I completely forgot how much of a workload it would be. So I totally screwed up the start of this series. Screwed it up twice. And I think that decision right there, the perseverance, the fact that the sub growth hasn't been that great until that Don't Buy FIFA 19 video dropped, that will help me in the long run. The patience will help me. Baxi, favourite beatboxer? It's you, mate. It's always gonna be you. Is next YSL on FIFA or FM? Not too sure yet. Obviously, I haven't taken the next series into pre-production, but it looks like it's gonna be on FIFA. A lot of people ask me this: who is your favourite YSL player of all time? Now, I need to tell you that there is a difference between favourite and best. My favourite is Alexander Rosenberg. The best is definitely Harvey Hull. So this is another question basically following up your favourite underrated YSL player. Gotta be underrated by you guys, because if he's one of my favourite players, then he wouldn't be underrated. Oh yeah, Armand Gui, even though there was like a movement at the end of that series, I think most of the love was with Matip. even though Armand Creech just carried him through the Premier League. #Guiman. A battle to the death. Who wins? Tom Evans versus Harvey Hull. It's gotta be Tom Evans. Like I said in a recent YSL episode, Harvey Hull is just a robot and he's only thinking about goals. Put into a battle scenario, he's getting killed, especially against Tom Evans. Then there's another battle here, Matt Pennington versus God himself. Of course that's Pennington. Best player with a great name in YSL history. This is Papa Baby. Not only is it a great name, but you've got to look at what was happening in that series. We had Shush Baby Please with Perry NG, and then when we found Nana Duncan, you must have seen that Twitter video of me just crying. I was in tears. It was so funny. Papa Baby just linked everything together. I just wish like Barma and DK and me could have made a video at the end of that year because I just wanted the Great Name Award. I was gonna win it. Do you truly think EA will make changes to pro clubs or career mode? In the short term, FIFA 19, I don't think they're going to add anything. I think it'd be quite silly for them to add something after the beta. But if they are going down that path, an in-game editor needs to happen quick. Compared to many of the other features that were considered in the document that I sent, it doesn't need that much development and it would help the community no end. It's a win-win-win. So the normal gamers are just winning because they can make their save unique, they can put like their mates' names into the game, they can make any League 2 player world class. It'd be a very personal experience. For creators like myself, it would make saves 10-20 times better, and that improvement in content will help EA sell more games. Maybe if they put the in-game editor behind a little paywall like Football Manager does, they're in the money, man. They're in the money. It is literally win, win, win. Who is the better YouTuber? You or World of JCC? There's not that many people that dedicate the amount of hours I do to YouTube. You know what? DK might be an exception because even though he edits really quick, he's got work full time and then he does the videos at night. He gets daily uploads done. Now that is some serious dedication. However, JCC is very different. You see his Road to Division 1 series. The edit times on that were very similar to what Youth Squad Legends is. I just have mad respect for people that just take time in editing a quality piece of video. Nuren's box series. Oh man, the stuff that he adds into that, he might not take 3 hours in editing the thing, but it's gotta be around that time. I'm sure he will have had editing sessions longer than that. It's just so funny. And B Monus, the quality, the consistency that he's pumping out in his videos. Mate, these are the guys that I'm always talking to on Twitter because 100% I respect them. They don't need to put that much effort into the edit, but they do. So who's the better YouTuber? JCC. And I don't even need to be modest about it. I don't need to lie through my teeth. JCC is doing quality stuff on his channel. Some of his videos are a right laugh to watch. What was your favourite YSL to make? I think there's a follow-up question as well. Bruno wants me to rank them from bottom to top. Lovely, thanks Bruno. I'll do it for you because you're doing mad things behind the scenes for this channel. Here, let's have a round of applause in the comments section. Get them clapping emojis out for Bruno. Here we go. Bottom, Fleetwood Town. Looking back on it, I don't know why I did it. To be honest, most of the streamed ones will be at the bottom and then going further up will be all the edited ones. Oh god, Manchester United, that's second bottom. Okay, so we've got Fleetwood, Manchester United, Luton, Plymouth, Barcelona, Paderborn. Because of how boring FIFA 16 was, we're going to put Yeovil in 6th place. And then, believe it or not, Burton, because of the stresses I were having outside of YouTube that we'll talk about later in this Q&A. So that leaves me with 4. Maybe 4th place, Lincoln. Put York in 3rd place. The game was tough. It was enjoyable to play. Then in 2nd place, Crew. I could watch that Perry NG Hall of Fame video every single day and not get bored of it. And the ending. My goodness, if you weren't around for the ending of the Crew Alexandra Youth Squad Legends series, go and watch it now. You might not want to watch the entire series, but like watch the last 10 episodes. So Chesterfield for me is top today. This list changes on a daily basis. The initial buzz that you get for people watching your videos, even if it's just like tens, hundreds, it's just crazy. And the freedom that I had, the fact that I didn't need to edit that much, production quality was down there, commentary quality was down there. I was just pumping out videos. It really does show that times have changed, because in episode 66 of Chesterfield, I edited this like 2-hour mammoth video, and now I can look back on it and think that, you know what, that could be edited down to 30-40 minutes. And don't take that as being a better editor means cutting down more and more, because sometimes it's beautiful just to have moments of silence. Certain bits of nothingness might actually add to the appeal of the video. Who is the better sideman, Castaneda or Ramizi? Easy, that one. Ramizi scored twice in a Champions League final. Closest you've ever been to quitting YouTube. I've just said it. I even released a video saying that I was going to end it, but we carried on, and I'm so glad that we did. Do you think EA will try and squeeze something new into career mode for FIFA 19 after the community's outrage? At this point, they really should be looking at doing an in-game editor, because they can do that after the release of FIFA 19. What would be the worst nightmare is EA rushing to get a feature onto the game and it just making a crazy amount of bugs, career mode completely unplayable. That's what I don't want to see. Probably best off right now for EA just to ride the wave of heat. Will you ever bring Football Manager to the main channel? Yes. Probably under the name of Youth Squad Legends just to get it going. All-time YSL 11. We've had 12 series, mate. Robert Grimmer in net, and then the defence is going to be all centre-backs. Sorry, Jamie Moore-Taylor. Tom Evans, Matt Pennington, Mark Halfar, Super Cooper. Those are the 4 that I can't leave out. Midfield, I expected Mamuepa to overtake Malachius Jr., but because of the slider setup changing, I think we're staying with Malachius Jr. and Alexander Rosenberg. We're going with 2 wingers, actually, because I don't think Karchamarskas would be any good on the wing. So he is not in this side. Crazy, but he's not in this side. Piscopo and Hall have to go up front with Mateus Molders on one side, and get this, I rate him this highly, Yuko Ike on the other. Who is your favourite current world champ in boxing apart from AJ? Well, I'll go for Triple G on this one. I just really like his calmness, his ruthlessness. Who are the 3 worst YSL players in history? I love that he said 3 because he knows that there are 4. Juan Vitti, Ronald Chavez, Rui Faria, and Teddy Mendy. Rui Faria is not going on this list because if you're scoring a banger in the FA Cup, then most of it can be forgiven. In third, probably Ronald Chavez, just because he was a low overall anyway. Second place, Juan Vitti, because he showed signs that he was a promising player, especially when he played against us. Teddy Mendy, we're not going to get any worse than Teddy Mendy. So he's definitely top of this list. Scout future star, had all the potential and didn't do anything. Centre mid, wing, couldn't do it. How involved have you been with EA recently with the whole career mode document thing? Not incredibly involved. It's not like a confirmation that some of the stuff is going into career mode eventually. I've got no news on that. We're gonna just have to wait for Gamescom. To be fair, if they walk up to the Gamescom stage and just grab the mic and say, we fixed all the bugs, that's a good year. That's genuinely a good year. It's not only me that's reached out and asked for certain things, so they've got to look at other people's demands. MGH has got his own list, and most of it I totally agree with, but me and MGH are on the same page on this one. In-game editor needs to be added straight away. I never expected to get any feedback from the document, even though I put like the time and effort into it, but Corey seems like a really genuine guy that wants to improve career mode, so let's take a look at FIFA 20, especially when the journey gets kicked out of FIFA. Goddamn, please delete that thing. What's been your favourite moment of YouTube? Most of my favourite moments are just spontaneous pieces of laughter on Twitch. Them videos then get transferred to YouTube, but I'm not gonna take them into consideration. My favourite moment is probably sponsoring Perry NG. That drunk episode where Miles Smith lost his tracky bottoms, and I lost it. I lost it completely. Zach comes in with another question. What's your favourite chant ever? Now, it's one very recent one. It caused a lot of controversy, and it goes something like this. Ay-ya! We got Castaneda! Ay-ya! Because of Venezuela! Ay-ya! Who win the league in May! the fact that the representatives for Earth, Wind and Fire got so pissy when I used the backing track even though it was a parody, it fell under fair use. That is probably the most fair use video I've ever made, along with like Shush Shush Baby. So we just went mental, got to the Earth, Wind and Fire September official video on YouTube and just commented suck your mum all the time. Anybody who's just jamming to Earth, Wind and Fire September would have a shock reading them comments. Deborah with that fire reply. Will Rui Faria get his well-earned Hall of Fame video anytime soon? No! Hall of Shame, maybe we might be adding that thing, but Ronald Chavez needs to have it earlier. What is your favourite goal of each YSL series? Clips would be amazing. I'm not going to add the clips. I think it's important for new subscribers to get a feel for the history of Youth Squad Legends, so I urge people to watch the old series. Any OGs will know all of these goals. Chesterfield, outside of the foot shot, Domenico Piscopo, corner of the box. Fleetwood Town, Schilder's little flick. Ooh. Paderborn, Mulder's run from the halfway line. That was pretty class. York City, the end of the series. I don't need to say much more. Plymouth, Henker Oh, this might be interesting, the Burton Albion one. I might go for Pennington's long shot over everything Rosenberg did because we expected him to do it. But the best Rosenberg goal was definitely the Shrewsbury one from 40 yards. QPR conceded a long shot to Matt Pennington that we just went mad over. And that Hall of Fame video, Matt Pennington's Hall of Fame video, is my favourite. Top 5 YSL players in all the English-based saves. Brexit means Brexit. Top player, Hall, I think is the only player that could transfer to every single FIFA and just do as good as what he's doing in FIFA 18. And then you gotta go Rosenberg, Piscopo, and probably going Pennington, Tom Evans. Does my nan look like a cucumber? Yes. When will you be going to a crew game, as I want to be a part of the Perry NG Barmy Army? So it was going to be Lincoln. I looked at the fixtures, Boxing Day. No chance that's happening. So we're going to do it in 2019. Hopefully we don't have a crazy winter like we did last time, because March is a perfect time for us to be doing something like this. There will be a video out a couple of weeks before we do it, so anybody who wants to join us on that little adventure can do. Scott SMFC has just asked, now what? Same thing as we do every night. Try and take over the world. Here's a non-YSL one. Where in the world would you like to visit and why? I've always had an interest in the culture in Japan. Always been fascinated by volcanoes, so yeah, that's a pretty decent place to go. Would you recreate your favourite players from all your YSL saves and do a one-off stream with the Dream Team? Maybe, but there's an issue here. If we do make a squad on like FIFA 19 and Rosenberg can't score as many long shots, Piscopo might look a little bit crap, then it does kind of ruin the whole legendary status of these players. In what order do you rate all your YSL keepers? I'm going to keep it short and sweet. We're only going to do 3 here. First one, Robert Grimmer. Second, I'm going to go Dalgard. And third, just for his free kick ability, Pascal Muller. Will you do a career mode with Swindon? Maybe, one day. Who knows? Definitely not FIFA 19 though. Worst place you've been in the UK after Sheffield? Are you serious? Wherever you live, mate. Where does the name Cutzy come from? It's been a long time now. Start of secondary school, around that time. I don't know if I suggested it or it were the friends near my house. I'm not too sure what's happened there. It's a name that's stuck and I'm very happy with it. You see a lot of YouTubers really want to change their name on YouTube. I'm not one of them guys. Favourite non-FIFA game? Well, we'll take FM out of the equation as well, because you know that would be the answer. My favourite non-FIFA or FM game right now is Euro Truck Simulator 2. Yeah, I don't get that much downtime on video games, so I need to make sure that what I'm playing is really, really low-key. Why did you start YSL? So I did a ton of videos between June time when I got the first capture card to when FIFA 13 was released at the end of September. YSL was just a little opening. No one was doing something like that at the time. I watched a lot of Evie Brent's stuff, now called Avinio Football, and sadly just uploading random football highlights. I think I've actually finally passed him in subscribers, which is just mad. That took me back when I realised it. He was like the king. He did all the Youth Academy tutorials before I came onto the scene. The only problem that I had is that I watched his stuff but really wanted to watch a series of his, and then we're like, right, okay, if you're not going to do one, I'll do one. And thankfully it just took off. People have been waiting to watch a series like that, and my 25 subscribers before YSL dropped suddenly turned into 50, 100, 1000. Announced Despacito 7, yes, with the Vuvuzela, KSI or Logan Paul? Because someone had to ask this. I'm taking the bullet. Honestly, I couldn't give a flying fuck. The Weller KSI fight was awful. Like, Weller was wildly swinging. And if Logan Paul is the exact same, then it's a no contest. Do you ever get tired of doing Youth Squad Legends? So I'm gonna dissect this question, especially the word doing. Now, in terms of playing the game mode, no, I've never got bored of playing career mode, playing Youth Squad Legends. What I don't like, it happens every single time I sit down on this chair. I know that I'm committing at least 6 hours of my day to getting this video done. It's a little bit daunting, to be honest. You can probably understand me on that one. For FIFA 19, are you planning on bringing back extreme rules to Youth Squad Legends? Maybe not extreme rules, but there'll definitely be a rule set in place. They've got to be a lot easier to follow for viewers. It's warm in this room already. After starting content creation, have you found time to play games other than FIFA/FM? If so, what games did you play this year? Stardew Valley at the start of the year. I remember just chilling, very late nights, listening to Future Islands. And then we just got Euro Truck Simulator, which is basically a similar game. You just sit back and chill on it. If you are going to make a channel, don't expect to be playing more video games. You are going to be playing less. Would you bring back the FIFA Manager series? Now, I'm not really too sure what you're talking about here, to be honest, Miles. I never played FIFA Manager. We did LMA on stream once. That was a nice little throwback. And Football Manager, we will be bringing back to the main channel. Will you name your firstborn Pennington? No. Did you ever expect to be so involved with career mode in the way of possibly making all the necessary changes? Well, I'm not really that involved. Like, there is no guarantee on anything in that document being implemented into career mode. It's just wonderful that someone in EA has read that document and gone, you know what? That was really good. Back when I qualified for the UK finals of the FIFA Interactive World Cup, so that was FIFA 10. I was invited down to Guildford. We played the World Cup game early and had a little chill session on FIFA 10. And I remember asking the community manager at the time for a game. I'm pretty sure I lost that game because I was just talking to him about what the game could improve on. And the main thing that I wanted was for us to save our instant replays, like we were able to do in the PS2 versions. FIFA 11 comes about, and guess what? They've got that feature in there. I don't know if that talk to him changed anything. They might have had that in the pipeline anyway, but I am trying to push things. I would love to be a part of some changes. Like, that would be a dream. Because after all, if this YouTube channel becomes like a full-time thing, then I will be doing career mode as a career. And that, my friends, is scary. If you could box any YouTuber, who would it be and why? Congrats on 40k, you've earned it. So I got a tweet last week saying that I should box JCC, and I just think it's a stupid idea to do that. Like, there's nothing that I could gain from that fight. Remember the undercard for the Weller and KSI fight? JMX fought someone that was like half his size, and then he just released some kind of like videos afterwards. I mean, like, it was obvious that you were gonna win. Look at the size difference, mate. JCC's got the edge on physical fitness. Like, he could dance around that ring and I might not be able to touch him. But this is why boxing got weight classes. If I connect with either hand with some kind of force, I'm gonna do extreme damage because of the weight difference. And I don't want to do that either. Like, JCC's one of my mates. Why would I want to punch someone like that? I'd rather punch like someone like Mark Goldbridge. That's probably going to be the answer here. How did you get the inspiration to do YSL every year? I've done them for 3 years now, and sometimes I just can't be arsed. Look, if I weren't doing Youth Squad Legends for YouTube, I would be in the same boat. I would not be arsed. I haven't done a personal save on FIFA for about 3 years. Where did the original idea for YSL come from as soon as they put the Youth Academy into FIFA? I would do saves similar to that of the first Youth Squad Legends series, Chesterfield, where I'd start with the real team and then gradually, over time, replace them with regens and Youth Academy players. Will we ever see the Bears make an appearance on your channel? I don't think the main one If I'm going to ever do a Madden career, then it will be on the second channel. Best moment in your channel history, but it has to be something that the OGs will know. Nandule falling over that cone. My God. Why is Harvey Hull so sexy? Everybody's got their own fantasies, mate. How hard is it to live with a 20-inch schlong? If only. To be fair, I would take half of that. Yeah, right now, I would go, thank you very much for the 10-inch. What would you think of a player career that transfers to pro clubs? So long as you've got a choice of when to play the game modes, because you wouldn't want to be forced out of pro clubs. All your mates are playing, having a right laugh, but you have to, like, do an accomplishment on single player career. I think a player's rating should go up and down throughout a player's career in career mode depending on their form, not just when they get old. Do you agree? Yes, I put it in the document. What has been the most memorable YSL View crew brings back the most memories? Do you love the fact all of your subscribers are different but somehow connected through you? Is it a weird feeling love from Vietnam? I wouldn't like it just to be English speaking countries. I love the fact that we had like a Scandinavian boost when we were doing the Sweden spin-off to Series 6. Some people in Djibouti, only a small amount, but some people in Djibouti have actually watched one of my videos. I'm not one of the YouTubers that look at analytics thoroughly. I think if you do that, you concentrate on negatives. But the demographic section, I could get lost in the weird and wonderful places that people are watching my videos from. Which do you prefer more, the Plymouth or the Paderborn series? If you can make the choice, definitely Paderborn. In YSL history, who would be the player you would most like to have a beer with? Pennington. I'm sure Tom Evans would actually have some great stories as well, but Penny! What is your favourite moment / experience ever? Story time! So this was all the stress that I was under when I was doing the Burton Albion series. Are we ready? Tuition fees in the UK had gone up. I decided to do a foundation degree in the college that I was already studying at because I trusted the tutors. They were excellent with me. They gave me an unconditional offer to go straight onto the course. Being only a foundation degree, you need to top it up with 1 year at university to make it a full degree. That university was Sheffield Hallam University, and in the first year of the foundation degree, it was straight through. As soon as you passed that foundation degree, you had a place at Sheffield Hallam. Second year comes around, and apparently the conditions have changed. Now, once you've passed your foundation degree, you have to go in for an interview. Oh boy, you can see where this is going. They decide they don't like me. Out of all the people that are in that foundation group, I was the only one that wasn't accepted into the course. What followed were 6, 7, 8 weeks of like pure hell. It was the worst time of my life. Even worse, the next time that I'd see all my classmates, we were packing up, ready for a trip to Windermere to film on location. It was a big trip. All the class was going. Everybody was enjoying themselves. It was a great little trip, and I was just concentrating on writing a letter to the student board. I think the stress has actually got to the tutor involved as well. Mark was trying his best to get me a second interview, but it wasn't looking good. Like at the start of that second year, we expected someone to be given a very short straw indeed, and it just happened to be me. I mean, why would they change conditions and then all of a sudden accept everybody into the course? That was just not going to happen, was it? Worst thing is, I think I had the UCAS points to actually go straight into uni at like year 1. But I decided to save some money and go for the foundation degree because I knew that I was going to get a lot more tuition time. I love my classmates from that foundation degree. It was like a really good 2 years overall. But they picked on the wrong guy. Like, I was definitely not the worst person in that class. No way. After weeks of fighting, Mark tells me that I am going to have a second interview with 2 different people at the university. The one running the course itself, so this is like the head of the course, and the video editing tutor. So that interview went a lot better. And they eventually offered me a place. They did say like my work was of the standard of the year 2 students. I needed to seriously impress in that final year to make sure the connection between Norton College and Sheffield Hallam was good. The work that Mark had done to get me that second interview was crazy. And if I didn't do it at university, I'd be showing up the whole college. I knew this. Passed with flying colours. I got a 2-1. I think it was like a 65%. Interestingly enough, out of the people that I asked from the old foundation course what marks they got, I got the highest of the lot. Like, the embarrassment for Sheffield Hallam just keeps piling on at this point. My group's final major project then gets chosen to represent the university's work at the Royal Television Society Student Awards in Yorkshire. We went to York Racecourse, we had a really nice time, and we won the award there for Best Comedy. So now the university has like an award just with my name on it. Just like, yeah, cool. I think we placed 3rd nationally. Sadly, I didn't go to the London Awards. I would have loved to go. The best news was yet to come. Norton College were applying for a 3rd year to make that foundation degree a full degree. So anybody who did the foundation degree didn't need to go to Sheffield Hallam, and they got the green light. I sometimes see Mark now that he's working down at Hillsborough College and I'm working around Hillsborough College. I'll never be as thankful to one person as I am to him, because he didn't need to do it, but he still did it. And that is getting me. I teared up last night. I was trying to record this last night and I'm tearing up again. But I'm going to hold myself together this time. Yuko Ike or Tim Herkins? Always Yuko Ike. Sorry, Tim. If you could put any Akinde Surprise squad together, who would be in it? Alright, so I'm just going for jokes. Akinde Surprise is all about jokes. So we'll have Ruddock in the net, because that is just a great starting point. Joe, Sean, Fred at centre-back would be hilarious. And I'll put Jordan at left-back. Like, he's only had one recording session, I think, with us, but he was great. Midfield, I think I'm putting me on the wing along with Jamie. Ricardo, defensive midfield. Hub attacking midfield with a strike partnership of Fovs and Tim. Them players in that formation and them positions would bring up the most jokes. Keep Mourinho on or shit in your hands and clap. That's easy. If you shit in your hands and clap, the state, the mess that you make can be washed away. Mourinho has given me terrible, terrible days for 3 years now, and I just want it to stop. Would you rather fight one Akinde-sized NG or 100 NG-sized Akindes? I would rather fight 100 NG-sized Akindes, because look at the size of Akinde. Why would you try and fight someone that doesn't even feel another player on his back? Look at the size of him compared to all his other teammates. The meat on him. Oh, rank Hall, Piscopo and Rosenberg in order. Hull, Rosenberg, Piscopo. 1, 2, 3. What's your favourite movie franchise? I'm glad someone's asked this. I don't like movie franchises. I think they're just complete cash cows. I mean, even animations dipped. When Pixar's making Toy Story 4, when Toy Story 3 just finished perfectly, you're making Toy Story 4? Are you sure about this? Why does Rui's existence make me sad? I've got news for you. He's not real. Do you have any more plans with Perry NG in the future? I hope to play a game of FIFA with him eventually, but I don't want to pester him. I'm sure he's working hard training for this season, and he's doing a lot for me. He's got a signed football in the club shop waiting to be picked up by one of the winners of the sponsoring Perry NG video. He's also got a signed shirt, some football boots to send off, so I mean, he's doing a lot for this channel that he didn't need to. Who do you think will miss out on the top 4? Man United. Dark horses, I'm not going to comment because it's really, really early into the season. If you could make any kind of film series, what would it be? Interestingly enough, me and the guy that's running the Akinde Surprise Twitter account both have a dream of making a documentary about Sheffield FC. Would you rather Mourinho or Ibra manage United? That is a great question, because for the first time ever, I'm going to choose Mourinho. Oh, Lewis, the guy that I work with, he gave me this stupid question that he already knows the answer to. Apple donuts. But he comes back with a killer question later on. But before that, we got Chris. What is your favourite non-YSL series you've done? And that's Dare to Dream. So Lewis gets back to me. And this is a monster. Would you rather get 100,000 subscribers, but you have to play FIFA constantly and never criticise it, or never get another subscriber again playing what you want? Now, these are just complete opposites. I never want to go down that route, I never want to go down that route. The motivation to make videos when your subscriber base is not growing is just not there. So even though you guys would hate me if I took this decision, I probably would take the 100,000 subscribers, with the original 40,000 subscribers just giving me so much hate. I would have 60 60,000 subscribers that might actually like the fact that I'm brown-nosing FIFA, but from the inside, I'll be trying my best to get things done in career mode, bring new features for career mode. If I was in a position as a viewer and you see one of your favorite YouTubers do that, I would even hate on them. I don't want that to become of me, but I know that if I had that power, if I could make EA try and do something with career mode, I would take the hate to have a better game. What's a team you've always wanted to do YSL with, or just career mode in general, and haven't got around to doing one with yet? I really wanted to do AFC Wimbledon. Bomber did it 1 year. I was totally cool with it. I think I'd selected my team anyway. I just didn't expect them to climb up to League 1 as quick. Maybe if everything dries up in League 2 and it's so many boring teams, we just go to League 1 and play with AFC Wimbledon. Because yeah, that is a team that I kind of missed out on. Really want to do something with them. Hubergo, what made you want to start making YouTube videos? Very easy to answer this one. I have a hobby playing FIFA. I have a hobby making videos. Mix them two together and you get the channel. If you made a FIFA FM hybrid, which elements would you take from both? The fact that you can control the team in FIFA and everything else from Football Manager. But I'm thinking of it like an ultimate football fan. I didn't approach it that way in the document because FIFA is so easy to pick up and play for everybody. I think that's the advantage that FIFA Career Mode has on Football Manager, you know, because people don't buy Football Manager because it is so in-depth. It is so difficult to grasp at first. Why are you always pissy? Years and years have been let down, mate. But if anybody wants to talk sensible to me, I will give them sensible answers. Why is Yuko Ike the greatest Japanese player to ever live? No idea. Tentacle hentai? Why oh why do you support Man United if you're from Sheffield? Obviously I had a fascination with Ryan Giggs when I was younger. My grandfather just allowed me to support whoever I wanted to support. He was a Sheffield United fan, but he didn't mind. I can't pinpoint a certain date when I went, oh, I'm now a Man United fan. No, I was a big football fan since like when I was really young, and since I can remember, I was a Man United fan as well. When is the release of Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles ASMR edition? You see, every single Haiku Chronicle means I'm leaning forward and talking like this. You do understand that I do haikus like this, so every single haiku is ASMR. What team are you going to do YSL with in FIFA 19? Exclusive, we're going to do it with Macclesfield Town. Did you ever think you would get this far? Well, as soon as I got a little bit of traction, I know I had the skill set to do something like we have done right now. Are the creators of FIFA struggling to find new things to develop, or do you think there is more to come? There is a lot more to come. Look at Football Manager. Can you put in your message to EA about career mode that we should be able to play with our career mode teams online? I've already done it. I did that straight away. How much backlash do you think EA will get if no changes are made to career mode and pro clubs for FIFA 19? They'll get a little bit of heat when it's released. I think most of the heat is already out in the open. They have to change something for FIFA 20 if they're not going to do something with FIFA 19. Like, I expected some shit to hit the fan. Not as much shit as what actually happened. Like, it has been mad. Me on one side, JCC on the other. We're trying to push it. Like, pro clubs definitely needs work. Career mode definitely needs work. Would you ever consider bringing back YSL Talk from the touchline or YSL Generations? If they were making series as more immersive, of course. Does your FIFA and FM skills get you all the girls? Ooh, no. Are you going to do a series like a King Day Surprise in FIFA 19 even though EA didn't change anything in Pro Clubs? Yes, because Pro Clubs is still magic. A King Day Surprise might have a little hiatus, but it's definitely returning in FIFA 19 sometime. How much money would I have to pay you to get you to read me a bedtime story about all the Youth Squad Legends players going on a mental road trip? Well, it depends on if you want me to write the mental road trip story. If it's already written, 50 quid. If I have to write it, upwards of 200. Are you going to complete Dare to Dream, and are you going to do it on FM 19? If not, Do you have any plans? Well, that idea of Football Manager Youth Squad Legends would take most of my time up. We will definitely complete Dare to Dream before Football Manager 19 hits the shelves. If we have to rush it at certain times, then we're going to have to rush it at certain times. I don't want that to happen, but we all know, everybody that watches Dare to Dream knows that that is not a priority for me. If we don't do Dare to Dream for Football Manager 19, it doesn't mean to say that I'm not going to develop the database any further. I'm already working on badges. I've submitted a badge for Regen Rovers Golden FM series for Football Manager 2019. If that isn't chosen to be Regen Rovers badge, I hope it is, but if it's not chosen, it will then go into Dare to Dream. Harvey Hull for Ballon d'Or? Yes, I don't know why he didn't get it last year. Which FIFA game did you enjoy playing the most? Well, in terms of being just very good at the game, FIFA 10. Enjoyment? FIFA 07. Are you ever going to reply to one of my comments? No. Do you yeet? No. Who do you think will be the 3 best players to sign on career mode in FIFA 19? Mbappe, Rashford, Akinde. Thoughts on Shane McCartan? Unbelievable when linking up front with Scott Bowden. What has to be done in order for EA to put more effort into career mode and pro clubs? I think it's just a little bit of heart and a little bit of ignorance from the developers. I'm sure there's some very talented developers at that headquarters that really want to do something with pro clubs, something with career mode. Let them make the best football game, man. I don't understand it. It's almost as though the top dogs at EA are letting PES and Football Manager get closer and closer. Thoughts on a YSL restaurant with themed dishes like Ben Iller's Salmon or Andreas Saladberg or an Elliot Skewers or Vitautas Karcher Mackerel? That thing comes from a guy called Waffle Cat. I would totally dine there, but reading the things out made me cringe. What's your height? Interestingly, I have a story for this very simple question. I thought for a long time I was 6'1". I got measured at the doctor's, I think when I was like 20 or 21 years old. I'm 26 now. And I just took it. I was like, okay, I'm 6'1", sound. But we've just got a new fridge that was 6 foot and I towered above it. So all of a sudden, I was pinned to the wall. My mum pinned me to the wall, got the tape measure out, and I'm definitely not 6'1". It's either 6'2" or 6'3". Will you come to my house and live with me? I have a pet Yuko Ike, I feed him alphabeti spaghetti, and it shits out haikus. I think I was in the same state as him when I was doing the last episode of Better Than the Journey. Enjoy your life, mate. I'm sure Yuko Ike the pet is a wonderful little creature. How come you have so few Swedish players? I remember the golden days that were YSL Burton. I think Rosenberg has got such an aura that every time we've got a Swedish player, especially centre mids, the talk goes on, is this the next Alexander Rosenberg? And I don't think we're going to get another Alexander Rosenberg. That's why I've just kind of eased off on the Swedish scouting, but I will just for you get some Swedish scouting done in FIFA 19. Describe Yuko Ike in one word. Thick. Can you show the tactics you use on the 4-2-4 formation? I don't use any tactics, just set it to 4-2-4 and you'll be set. Why are you so amazing? Aw, bless. I eat a lot of fish. Have you ever had a dream that you had, you could, you'll do, you once, you could do so, you'll do, you could, you want them to do you so much you could do anything? Could you run that past me one more time? Would you rather have a 23-man squad of Rui Farias or one Harvey Hull? Let's be honest here, with the new slider setup, Harvey Hull is basically playing by himself anyway. Will you ever finish the Regen Race series with DK? Can we expect something similar in FIFA 19? DK is sadly a very busy man, and he's told me that Regen Race is not going to be finished. I'm going to finish it myself, and it's going to be very banterous. All the comments just like, well, you are going to buy FIFA 19 because you're a YouTuber. I say it in the video that I have no choice but to buy FIFA 19. So all you're saying right now with these kind of comments, just, I didn't watch your video to the end. Have you ever felt a real sexual interest in a YSL player? No, but Malachias Jr. was pretty bloody sexy. Perry NG or Yuko Ike? I'm gonna have to, just because of the impact that he's made on this series, we'll go Yuko Ike. Will you ever make a PES 2019 Master League? No, because I don't think PES 2019 has caught with FIFA 19. However, the demo is a major step forward compared to PES 2018. Maybe in a couple of years they might be knocking on FIFA's door. How many mums have you sucked? Huh, what a question. Real talk, never hooked up with a MILF. It's on the bucket list, it really is. Do you think we're at the end of the career mode life cycle? Now, I think you're talking about the entire career mode. Do you think EA is gonna take career mode out of FIFA? No, I don't think that's gonna happen. But the user interface has been the same, around the same, since FIFA 14, and it desperately needs a change. When YSL 12 concludes, what is the next series you're going to do on FIFA 18 before the release of the new game? Now, it's going to be like a kind of tester series just to see what you guys like in a series, what you guys don't like in a series, so I get it right for FIFA 19. If you could live in any other country in Europe, which would you choose? That would be Denmark. Also, is there a particular European football team that you are drawn to outside of England? That would be Nykøbing in Denmark. I did a Football Manager save with them in Football Manager 2017. My favourite ever save. We won the Champions League in like 2040. It was crazy good. Since then, I've always had something, a little bit of Nykøbing in my heart. Haiku me dad. Well, we're gonna get a haiku very soon. Someone's actually sent in a question in haiku form. Can you remember the first person you signed in the Youth Legend career mode with Lincoln? I think we actually signed Perry NG first. Have you got any other games that you plan on playing on either of the channels? So for the next year or so on the extra channel, I will be concentrating on just playing the Pokemon games and trying to catch them all. Football Manager will be moving to my main channel, and that will be how it's done. Oh, question in haiku. Yuko Ike will be pleased. Why wear Man U shirt? I've already answered it, but you know what? This guy's gone to extreme lengths just to give me a question in haiku form. I respect that. Well done, Ed. Tits or ass? The greatest question. Give me them titties every day of the week. We're talking celebrity crush now. Oh man. So I'd come back from college around the time that Neighbours would be airing on Channel 5. My mum would be watching it, we'd have our dinner, and the last summer, just had a proper crush on her. I followed the actress on Twitter, she is gorgeous. Geordie Lucas, man. Which team is better, Leeds United or Bradford City? You know I've got to say Bradford City, but I'm super scared of Leeds. They might be going up into the Premier League this season, and I don't want that. Why do you look like a mixture of Peter Kay and Noel Gallagher? Well, the truth is they had a big shagging session and produced the mess that you see right here. Do you think online career mode for FIFA will ever be a thing? Yes, not in the immediate future, but they're going to have to do it one day. I'd like them to iron out all the bugs in the game first, or as many bugs as they possibly can do, because you don't want a buggy experience online. Tottenham or Arsenal? Sorry Arsenal fans, I'm going for Tottenham. A Kinde surprise versus Perry NG's Barmy Army. Always going for Perry NG's Barmy Army on this one. What makes you so passionate about career mode to the extent of writing a letter to EA? Well, not only have I got this channel that relies on career mode being interesting, I've played FIFA for most of my life since I was, 7 years old, 8 years old, and they've had a better game out. This is what's getting me. They've had like FIFA 07, which was just an amazing career mode, so they can do it. Would you rather meet John Akinde or Robert Lewandowski? Good question. I would rather meet John Akinde for the reason that League 2 players probably have a better connection with the fans. Are we going to see YSL merchandise? Much like the top 100 goals, it's definitely something that I've got to look into, but I'm not looking into it right now. Would you consider doing a full FIFA 07 career mode, considering it's 10 times better than any current FIFA? No, because it is still a 12-year-old game and the graphics are shocking. It's great to look back on like a one-off video, but not a series. Who is the best player in Ultimate Team you've ever played with? Well, it's got to be that Icon R9 card, but in terms of overall to how they actually play in game, it's gotta be the team of the season akin day. Which career mode do you think was the most AIDS? For me, it was FIFA 11. Yeah, somewhere around then, FIFA 10 was pretty poor, that's why I played most of my games online. Who do you think will win the Champions League since Ronaldo and Zidane aren't at Real anymore? Well, if PSG are ever gonna win it, this is a great year for them to like proper push on. Fantastic. On a scale of Allier to your mum, how gay are you? That is like poetry. I'm like Bruce Springsteen gay. Whatever Bruce Springsteen gay even means. Do you love me? Of course, I love all my subscribers, so long as you're not on a register. If you are on a register, please leave me alone. Who would win, Lincoln in FIFA 18 or Burton in FIFA 16? Well, consider this. Lincoln need all them sliders to make everything challenging. Burton won the Premier League with most of the team, I think, still in the 70s in overall. I mean, Lincoln would dominate, wouldn't they? Who has had the best hairstyle in YSL history? Well, it's not favourite, it's best. And for best, you're talking iconic. Mama Wepa, Ramizi, Raphael Baggy in Paderborn, just that big afro, Irving Lozano or Christian Pulisic. I'm going for Lozano for just the effect that he had on the World Cup. Do you enjoy cutting things? You need help? Would you rather have erectile dysfunction or have Jose stay for the next decade? I've heard of these wonderful blue pills called Viagra. What has been your favourite thing you have created for your fans? That is the Dare to Dream database on Football Manager. Barca or Madrid? I'm just going Barca. I don't like how either team conduct their transfers. What do you think about them adding small random events in manager mode to keep things interesting? For example, your star player knocked up a friend's wife, or players feuding within the squad. Right, the first example is not going to be in a PEGI 3 game. However, an idea like that is actually pretty interesting. Have I wasted my life by watching all of the Lincoln City YSL series from start to finish? What? Why did you ask me that? Nah, mate, it's a great series. Sure you've enjoyed it. Surely you have enjoyed the series. In fact, don't answer me that. If you've asked me, have I wasted my life, then don't answer the question that I've just given you. Oh, Josh from school. How good were we as a defender-goalkeeper duo in physical education? You know the story of the guy catching the fish? And then he says it's this big, and then this big, and then this big. That's basically what we're doing right now, but we were fucking sensational, mate. Forget the fact that we were in the second tier of PE. We were like Nemanja Vidic and Edwin van der Sar. If you had the chance to become Man United's manager, would you do it? But you would have to give up the YouTube channel. I think that would be the deal breaker, guys, and I think you'd be okay with it. I would be sodding off and managing my favourite team. What trophies do you aim to win in VFL on FIFA 19? I don't think I'll be competing in the VFL because my times at work have changed. We're shutting now at 10 PM. When will you finally suck Leah? Mate, I need to get more driftwood. Which non-league teams would you like to have for a YSL? Sutton United. It's just got a great ring to it. Sutton United Youth Squad Legends. How difficult is it balancing work and YouTube? Not difficult for me because I only do 3 hours at work. Maybe better off asking DK, who does a full-time job. Are you doing YSL on PC in the future? Yes. Can we have another Yuko EK? No, because then Yuko EK won't be as special as he is right now. When is Blindfold FIFA coming back? When they improve the commentary? What is the best goal that you've scored post top 50? In fact, it brings me back to a question that we had like right at the start. I don't think I finished one of the older questions. Hang on. I think this is actually the last question of the lot as well, so let's finish it all up right now. Right, here we are. Dylan, I'm so sorry. I don't think we actually finished this question, did we? So Series 7, Karchamorskas had a little flick that I really liked. Series 8 with Luton, Robert Grimmer, even though it was an own goal, that's my favourite. Yeovil, Tom Evans' towering header, I think it was against Swansea, but of course we got Elliot Scar's incredible volley, just mind-blowing how much power he generated off that shot. Crew Alexandra, think of Theo Stuckey's goal against Dortmund, Pascal Muller's free kick, then finally Lincoln City, I think against Sunderland, Harvey Hall with the kick-ups, flicking it over his own head, volleying it into the net, and that is the one that I'm going to say for the final question. What was the best goal that you've scored post top 50? It was that Harvey Hall flick over the head and volley. I've been wanting to do that for some time, and finally, Harvey Hall was the man to do it. What a crazy long Q&A session. I hope you've enjoyed everything that I've had to say. I hope you've took some inspiration from it somewhere. Thank you ever so much. 40,000 subscribers is wonderful. It doesn't feel like I've grown much since 20,000, but it puts everything into perspective. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a like. This has been Cutzy, and I will see you next time.